This is the plaintiff, Carol Henry. She says the defendant, her tenant, attacked her in her apartment and spit on her. She also came after her with a pair of scissors. They were both arrested, and it's been a nightmare ever since. Bottom line, the woman intentionally flooded her apartment, ruined her floors, and she's suing for $4,500. The amount she's out. This is the defendant, Margaret Nickerson. She says she and the plaintiff got along fine at the beginning, but all the trouble started when her boyfriend came over to fix something in her apartment and made a pass at her. She kicked him out, and next thing she knows, the fire department shows up at 6 in the morning while her son was taking a bath because the plaintiff called them stating she was flooding her apartment. Huh? Bottom line, she owes the crazy woman nothing. She's accused of flooring a landlord. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for harassment.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Douglas. Carol Henry? Okay, you are suing Margaret Nickerson, your tenant, correct? Yeah. For $4,500 for damages that you say she did to your television, your carpet, your ceiling, and your hardwood floors by deliberately leaving water running upstairs.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because apparently you two are not getting along. What happened?
Well, in the beginning, I rented the apartment, and what happened, she moved in, and as soon as she moved in, she started having a lot of people living in the apartment, of which only she and her son was supposed to be living there.
Okay, and how old is your son?
My son's 9.
Okay.
And then I speak with her about it, and she looked at me and tell me, oh, you can tell me who to have in my apartment. I'm paying $1,100 of rent, of which she does not pay. The system paid it for her.
Okay. You're receiving $1,100 of rent, though, right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Because the program no longer exists.
Okay. So is she paying rent?
No.
All right. Have you moved to evict her?
No.
Okay. You plan on doing that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you rent out to her when?
On August 17, 2010.
Okay. And what were the problems?
They constantly having fights because she run like a prostituting herself, guys coming in and out.
Wait, she's prostituting herself in the apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
Guys in and out, back and forth. And we try to tell her, no, you can't do that. She's telling me, how are you going to tell us what to do? And you're not paying $1,100. I'm the one who paying the rent. I said, no, you're not paying the rent. The system is paying the rent for you.
Okay, and then what happens?
And then soon after that, it continues. I try to avoid her, not to have any argument with her. Then she would come and say, oh, something is broken. Not she, the system called, 311 called and said, the tenant at 1F called and said, this is broken. I said, we don't know of that. When I will get back in touch with 311, that's HPD.
What's HPD?
311. When she called him and tell him that something is broken, like the countertop.
Okay.
She called him and tell him that the countertop is broken, the electric outlet is out.
Right.
We tried to get into the apartment to fix it. She refused from letting anyone in the apartment.
Okay, did you let 311 know that?
Yes.
And then what did they say?
They didn't say anything.
All right, now at some point you go to court to try to evict her. Why is that?
Because she's damaging the apartment, and when she damaged the apartment, she called 311.
Okay, so you say she's damaging the apartment and calling 311 on you.
Yeah.
Because she hates you so much because what? Because you accuse her of prostitution?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you ask her, have you ever asked her to leave?
No, I never talked to her.
You don't even talk to her to say you need to get out?
No.
All right, what's going on?
Okay, the first day I moved in, it was a problem with the tub. I informed them of that. Okay.
What was the problem with the tub?
It wasn't draining at all.
Okay.
Like the water would stay in. There was a ring around the tub because the water refused to go down.
Well, eventually it would go down.
It was a plumbing problem.
Okay.
Right? That's one of the things. And then I stopped them from coming into my house because...
Why did you stop him from coming into your house?
Because she would give him her phone and he would sneak in my apartment and take pictures without my permission to go back to give to her for her to try to take me to court.
That's why you didn't want him in your apartment?
No, not only that. He was also making passes at me far as talking about my, my rear end, my butt. He would like make little comments. He would have his friends come to me, try to tell me like, oh, he likes you, or oh, he want to do this or he want to do that. So from that point,
I'm sorry, back it up. What would he say to you that made you think he was making a pass at you?
He would make comments to me about my butt.
Like what?
Say, like, he'll be like, oh, you have a nice butt,
Okay.
you're so sexy, you're nice looking, you're this, you're that.
Okay, did you ever tell her that?
Yes, I told her this 2-3 different occasions. I went to her and I told her this. Once I told her this is where the real problem took place. Every time she doesn't get her way, what she do is she called the police. When she tried to legally evict me, they informed her that she was unable, she cannot do that. She have to give me a key. If she do that again, they're gonna lock her up.
Do what again?
What she did was, because being that things got so bad, what I did was I went and I rented out a room for my son to stay because he was getting sick because of all of the mold. I had to take him to the hospital 2 different occasions because of it. So what I did was I went and I rented out a room. So
And
my son
the
could
mold
stay.
was there due to what?
I don't
The problems
know.
you described with the bathtub?
It wasn't just a bathtub. The mold was coming in my son's bedroom. It was in the kitchen. It's a 1-bedroom
Do you have
apartment.
pictures?
Yes, I do.
May I see them?
Yes, you can.
And you've been calling 311 about the
I've been
mold?
calling 311 since a month after I moved in that apartment. Everything started falling apart
311 is
immediately.
the phone number to the government hotline here in New York
Yes.
that
Oh,
will end
wait,
up
one more-
addressing housing issues, correct?
Yes, and this too, to also show that.
What is this a picture of?
That's my son's room. That's the window area where the mole is.
Okay. And then this is the bathroom in your apartment.
Correct.
And then what room is this?
That's my son. That's all in my son's room.
This is in your son's
Yes,
room?
that's my son's room.
I don't understand how you could call. Did 311 ever go out there to do an inspection?
311, they have over 30 violations.
Can I see it? Tell me about the times that things have gotten violent that you've had to call the police.
Okay, this is one of the things. One time, she's like talking to me through the window, saying smart stuff to me through the window. So
What is she saying?
She's basically telling me that my boyfriend is, you know what, right?
Okay.
Yes, without me saying it, that's exactly what she's telling me. So I'm telling her in response, because now I'm furious that she would even sit there and she would say that. So I said, if I come back there, we're gonna have an issue. So what she did was she kept saying that she ran to the backyard after she did it. She came back, she went and she got a stick. When she got the stick, I got a pair of scissors, but we never touched each other. So when the cops came, being that they had came out so many times before, they were just sick of it. So
How
they
many
was
other
like,
times did they come before?
Too many
What
times
were they
to
coming
count.
for? What kinds of things?
She would just constantly call over and over and over. I cannot answer that. Only she can answer that, because I would
Did
never
she
be the
ever
one that
attack
called.
you?
Yes, she attacked
With
me like
what?
2 times. Before she had, with a stick. That's the second
Did she
time
actually
she
hit
had
you
the
with the stick, or she had the stick in her hand?
She had the stick in her
you
hand.
had
but it
scissors
was-
in your hand?
Right.
And the police didn't arrest anybody?
No,
didn't-
yes, they did.
Well,
They
who
did.
got arrested?
We both did.
Well,
That's why we
when
both
did you
have an order
get
of protection.
You both have orders of protection?
Yes, but
Why are you living there?
Because rent
you
is
want peace
high.
in your life?
I can't afford it because I just paid the rent.
Why have you had to
stay
call the
over
police
there.
on her?
I called the police on her numerous times. As I said, if you want to get access to the apartment, she don't allow you to. And once she was standing at the gate with some guy, and she came out of the blue and spit on me. Out of the blue and spit on me. So after that, the constant bickering, and she constantly, as what she said, I provoke her at the window. I don't even look at her. I don't have time for her. I work 2 jobs. I don't look at people like that, because you know what? All she does is stay home, smoke marijuana, and prostitute herself when night comes, and whatever she do.
Why would you say that she's prostituting herself?
You
What
see
evidence
guys,
do you have?
you see guys come in and out of the apartment hours a morning. She's like, each time, hours a morning, people is like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Now, according to you, she left a note on your door about this?
Yes, she put a note on my door that said, this is not a place for prostitution or drug. And I knocked on her door and I told her that was very disrespectful and not to do that. And my boyfriend, he was also gonna inform her boyfriend and talk to him about it, because that was disrespectful.
Yeah, both of you stand up. You're awful. You're like, you're practically falling asleep, the 2 of you. Get up and stand next to your women and tell me what role you guys have in any of this. What have you spoken to each other to try to calm the situation?
Well, I try to go to him and calm the situation. He's telling me,
How?
oh, he don't have...
You did talk to each other?
Yeah, I did talk to him, and he's telling me, oh, he don't have nothing to do with this. But that's your woman. You got to talk to her about everything that's going on.
Okay.
That's
That's
about
it? You talked to her? No, you talked to her? What role did you have in any of this?
He don't talk. He ain't gonna sit there and talk back. He just, that's it. He's scared of his woman.
Okay. What's going on?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if you were at war with your landlord with orders of protection on both sides, would you leave or would you stay?
I would stay. I think I have a right to stay and they should leave.
Fair enough. Well, the landlord's not going to leave because the landlord owns the place. What do you think?
I would definitely leave. I don't want to be miserable.
What if you couldn't afford it? What if you couldn't afford it, but you maybe sleep on a friend's couch? Would you do that or would you stay on principle?
I would find a way to leave because if you're really unhappy, there's no point in staying.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
Well, to be honest, since this lady live here, what is a problem? She leave the windows open, that cold air can come in and the heat's still running. So that's why I see all those molds where she talking about. And the heat and the coldness mixed together, that's why it causes mold around.
What causes mold is moisture trapped in the wall, and it's disgusting. It's really sort of bad. You're saying she won't let us in to repair it. She's saying I had to rent a room to take my child out of the situation.
We got to call the
police. It's pretty bad. This is the apartment, and look at it. So in any event, tell me about what caused you to call the police. And you two just stay standing up, don't get so comfortable. According to you, there was a specific instance one day where a tub overflowed and created a bunch of damage to your apartment.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about that.
Well, she claims that it was on February 1st, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like sleeping and I heard like water coming down. And I said, what's that? And when I get up and I went to look, it was like water is coming all over on my floor from the roof through the lights. She said, when I called 911 and the firemen came, she said, oh, I forgot to turn off the tub at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I need proof of that because that's it. That's your case, and I'm going to make her pay you the money. I need proof of what you just said. No, you're showing me pictures of your damage. That doesn't prove that the fire company says she confessed to them. Give me the fire report where she confessed to them that she left the tub running. That's what I need. No, I get that in all the cases.
I don't have that proof because I would have to go all the way to Brooklyn.
Oh, well, that's just too much trouble for you then.
No, it's not the trouble. It's just
it's apparently your whole darn case, isn't it? Because watch this. Did you leave the tub running?
No.
Okay. Now how are you going to prove that? I need to see proof she did something. If you prove that she did it deliberately or if you prove she did it negligently and just left the water running, you win all this money. All you need to do is go to Brooklyn. And you won't go to Brooklyn to get me the proof you swear is over in Brooklyn in order to prove that she admitted that she left the tub running. Are you kidding me? Then I'm just going to believe you because you say so when you've had this history of restraining orders and problems between the two of you? You got to be kidding me. But aside from that, I've got a history of complaints dating back to August about your plumbing issues. I've got pictures that show mold all over her apartment because of your plumbing issues. So if anything, this stuff points to the opposite of what you're saying, that perhaps there is a very serious plumbing problem in that place that needs your addressing. Because you have not been able to prove your case against her for $4,500, I rule in her favor on that. What is your counterclaim for harassment for $5,000 on account of what?
I was in a car accident back in November of 2011, last year. What she would do is she'll leave the music playing all day. She'll have that blasting. She'll constantly harass me. She won't come. She won't fix anything. She'll argue with me.
That doesn't entitle you to $5,000 in court. Let me just explain something to you guys. You know how when the police come, they throw their hands up? Doesn't it feel to you like I'm throwing my hands up?
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because everyone's sick of both of you. I don't know how these two men don't leave. I'm serious. Just get out and just pursue the eviction and get her out, okay? But push this along because this is ridiculous. You two appear to enjoy, put your hand down because you're not gonna talk anymore. You two appear to enjoy living in this. This may be exactly your element. You may love this, but I don't suggest that it's very good for your blood pressure. Okay? But it doesn't look like anyone here is going to score $5,000 anytime soon. So maybe it's time to sort of move it on down the road and get a little peace in your life. Because you two apparently like it, but maybe your kids don't like it. Maybe your men don't like it. As far as my case is concerned, neither one of you have proven up your case.
All right, guys, just hold on, Pam.
So the case is just a bunch of angry words. You step right in next to me right here, okay? Step right over here. Come on over here. Turn around this way. Yeah. So the case looks like just a bunch of angry words and no proof of anything.
Well, I have the proof because she did deliberately turn the water on. She called 311. When 311 come, they said,
she made those comments about, that you said certain things about her anatomy. What your chance to respond to that?
Nah, I never did.
Nothing to say. Come on.
Okay, that's
never
not
did.
the way. It's this way. All right, go.
Nothing to say.
All right. All right, come on over. Come on in here. I don't know, you know, you're laughing, but I don't know. You don't look much better, really. You think you do?
No, I just feel like everything's over now, so I'm cool with that. I'll leave it as that.
All right. Harvey?
Okay, here's a tip. If you really are at war with your landlord and it's just an untenable situation, you should literally just go over there and sit down and say, look, it's not working out for either of us. Let's see if we can negotiate a settlement. And the best settlement for you is going to be getting your security deposit back and even getting some moving money. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.